What is happening, all you mechanical maniacs? Welcome back to another episode of Rot2Rad. Typically, we usually go out to the junkyard, we bring back something that's rotten, and we build it into something radical. However, this is a second part of a two-part series of a thing that I called This or That. We have two R33s up on the lift. We've rebuilt the suspension last week, one blue, one orange, as you can see. And then today's episode, we are going to finish these things off. So yeah, as we speak, I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the interiors on both these. I'm thinking the interiors are going to go to both, and I think I liked the interior on this one more than anything else. So I'm going to go a couple of those, and the steering wheel, I like that as well. So that is, I'm going to keep those. I'm going to go in here. The interiors. So how you guys doing? I hope this video is finding you all happy and healthy. We're going to go 4 of those. And then we're going to go 2 steering wheel 8s. There we go. Nice. All right. So for these builds, I should say, we have decided that we are going to build them pretty much identical, with just some slight differences. Differences being primarily color. Yeah, I don't like the way the red is in that. You have to really look hard for the red for the Recaro seats. Didn't realize those were red. Okay, let me reassess here. Maybe we'll go with the basic seats, like these racing seats here. I do like the Recaro seats. I think they're nice from the 370Z. Just not liking the red outline. If I'm deciding to go with a different color on the outside, I don't want. Red is nice, but it may interfere with some of the colors. And we've got these seats here. Oh, GTR seats. Let's see. Let's buy 4 of you. Let's see how these kind of look in here. So take that out. The GTR seats are red too. They've got a little bit of red stitching in them. Damn. Okay. Back to the drawing board. Okay, we have the GTS seats, but I don't know if that's going to work. Okay, we've got the Land Rover seats. Those are looking kind of cool. Let me grab a couple of those. We'll try those out. How's that? Or the Vantage seats. Those look pretty cool too. Okay. This is a process. As you can tell, this is a process. Okay. Vantage seats. How do the Vantage seats look? The Vantage seats look a little bit tall. Yeah, the Vantage seats are a little bit tall. So let's take them out. And let's see, what about the, oh, that's got some damn red in it too. Okay. So that's not going to work. The Vantage seats, the Red Rover, the GTR seats, the 370 seats, none of those are going to work for me. So it looks like what I need to do is just go with our basic seats that we would get, our basic racing seats up here. Go grab these. We'll go with the leather. We'll go with these. Hopefully they're not too tall in here. So let's see how they look. Little bit taller than those, but that's okay. They don't have any of the Doesn't have any of the. It's a little lighter than I'd like for it to be, but it kind of matches back there. Okay, that's fine. I'm so damn anal about this stuff. Okay. So we're going to go with the typical racing seats here. Wasn't what my vision was, honestly. But these will work. And I think, yeah, you kind of matches up with everything in the interior anyway, so I'm happy with that. So let's sell off all these. Good thing I'm not on a budget, right? Right. All right, now that we've done that, let's take care of body essential. Well, let's take care of we're going to take care of all this underneath here for each of these units. Take care of them one at a time, and we're just going to... This stuff underneath here is nothing more than just replacement parts. That's all it's going to end up being. So what we're going to end up doing... There we go. Alright, so let's... Nothing is performance underneath here, except for maybe an ECU, if an ECU is installed. That's going to be... Okay... Brake servo. An ECU is there. So that's going to be a thing. Air filter base there. Power steering reservoir there. Okay. Let's take a look in here. That's going to be sport air filter, radiator. Oh, yeah, that doesn't really work out right. So you have to go in here and buy them separately. So let's look for a fan. And then I'm going to buy one of those because I'm going to use it on the other one. And let's buy 2 of those. I think I ordered. Yeah, there's 2. Okay. Alrighty. So air filter cover, done. I would like multiply these things, but I don't know if the other one takes everything that this is going to take. So we are going to play it by ear. We're just going to do one at a time here. Okay. Coolant reservoir over there. Windshield washer reservoir over there. That's all done. That's all done. Need to do the battery. Let's go here. AGM. Oh, what is going on here? Yikes. Something is amiss. Yeah, something screwed up on me. Okay. Wow. I don't know what that's all about. That's crazy. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. I am not hearing anything. There we go. Something was off there for a second. Not sure why I'm losing graphics. Obviously something's wrong with my PC at this point. Oh my gosh. Right in the middle of this series. Why can't it die somewhere else? Okay, so that's good. We are good. Okay, so for an ECU, let's go into the shop. Let's look for an ECU. I think it's a stage 3. Stage 3. That's what we're going to stick in. That's what we're going to stick in both of them. Okay, so an AGM battery. I don't know. Battery rod 2, battery tray 1. I think this is, hopefully, this is just a battery. Oh, that doesn't even look right. Something is wrong with the TK aftermarket stuff, because that's just a normal battery. Alright, let me take a look here and let me figure out what's going on, and I'll be right back, okay? Alright, stay tuned. Alright, well, a quick restart. Looks like it fixed my system. So, that battery tray wasn't even there before, so we've got that out there. Alright, inventory. What do I have in my inventory? Do I have keep any of that stuff? Yes. We've got that. So, let's go ahead and get the battery tray in. Did I keep the battery? No, I did not. So let's go ahead and grab that battery. For this, we've got a couple of those, and nothing really works for the R33. So we're going to jump over to the regular parts, car parts, and grab this bracket here. And even though I don't like the red in the interior, I guess I have to suffer with the red here, because none of that can paint. So I don't think so anyway. Let me do a quick check on that. I don't think it does. If it does, that would be cool, but I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think the battery gets painted no matter what. So even if we went with an orange top, no. Oh, I guess it can get painted. All right, what do I want to paint these things? It's everything, or because I thought maybe chrome, but does it give me like an option to, like if I wanted to do a green or something? Let's go with a gray. I'm gonna go with a gray, I guess. Let's go with a gray metallic. Gray metallic. Yeah, we'll go with a light gray metallic. How's... Let's see how that looks. That way it just keeps the red out of it. Usually I'm not worried about red, but for this build, for these builds, I may not have any red in it at all. So, oh, yeah, no, that doesn't. Yeah, it looked like it was going to be painted, but it didn't get painted. Okay, so with that in mind, I guess what I will do was just use a regular battery. Use the regular battery for both, because I do want to just have, I don't want it very splashy underneath there. And if it is any kind of splashy, I want it to be like from the engine itself, not from the surrounding area. Does that make sense? It kind of defeats the purpose. I think you are all done. Let's sell off all these. Oh, let's sell off all these parts. Don't need any of these parts. Yep, okay, got that. All right, so same for here, right? So we're going to take all these parts out. Yeah, everything looks pretty much the same here. Come on, baby. Okay. Air filter, radiator. Anything else? Does not look like it. All right, let's start adding pieces. Coolant reservoir, washer, radiator, fan. Fans are the same, so that's cool. Filter base, air filter. The air filter will be done. Air filter cover. These little clips, man. Don't forget these clips. They're very easy. You can, I think the first time I started building these cars in Car Mechanic Simulator, I think it was in 18, I kept forgetting the damn clips. The clips are probably the hardest thing to remember. Okay. Brakes. Brakes over there. ABS pump. Pretty much all the same on both cars. So that's cool. ECU is a type A, so yeah, we got that. Okay, let's get in here. Go ahead and fill these in with brand new relays and fuses. Yeah, I'm not sure why the graphics was trying to fail on me. I think maybe my PC was overheating or something. I'm not even sure. Usually I'm not running it that long. So maybe it was an issue. Okay, so I need that. Need a new battery. Where's my battery? Don't tell me it's in the damn electronics section. Probably. Yep. Okay. Yeah, while I was there, I might as well have gotten ECU too, right? ECU. Stage 3. Gotcha. Done. Okay, just the meek and mild regular old battery in here. Okay. Now the springs are a little more compressed on this one than it is over here on this one. And that is because of the height of the wheels. So this is going to be a little bit lowered. So advantage there. What do we have in our inventory? Anything any good? Nope, 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 nope. Sell parts. Done. All right. Now for the body. So let's go ahead and get some body parts done here. Fresh imports. This is the R33. There we go. I have to admit, I do like that hood. I really like that hood. But I do have to keep them a little bit different. And this is set up to where it's kind of lowered. It will look better with this setup. So this is probably going to be the winner of the both of them. I don't know. Man. Considering both of them are nice looking vehicles. Maybe I should have got both of them the same. I guess that probably would have worked out a little bit better. So not so much of an advantage. Here, there, that, and that. Those taillights, though, I like those taillights. Those taillights are going on the other one. Make it as Rot2Rad as possible. Done, done, and done. Okay, car part. Okay, that's done. This is certainly taking me a little bit longer than I thought it was going to. But that is because I'm jumping between both these. Alright, I think, are we 100% on the body on this one? Frame bodies, 92%. Right, because of the plates. Right now, I'm going to go, both these are going to be Florida. Or I tell you what, I'm going to have one Ohio, one Florida. So there we go. So my Florida one, I'm going to keep it as the stock one here. This one's going to end up being my Ohio one. Alright, so Ohio there. Are you 100%? 96. What is the pieces I'm missing here? Front license plate. Don't give a crap. Alright. Let's go ahead and let's see, what kind of hoods do we have here? Kind of hoods. There can be something different with this. Something a little stockish. That's hood. That's a hood F. That's hood G. Let's go hood B. Yeah, let's go hood B. Let's go with something a little bit different, shall we? Yeah, it's stock. It's stock, but hey, why don't I have all the parts? Oh, because I haven't bought all the parts. Big dummy. Okay. Got the hood. Okay, no front license plate for you, that's for sure. Okay, front door. Ah, come on. It, like, disappeared as soon as I got over there. Okay, so it's gonna go this one, this one, this one, this one. Both these are going to look kind of similar. Kind of similar. What are these taillights? I'm going to have to take a look at these taillights because I'm telling you, I like those other ones better. Yeah, I'm going to actually adopt the other taillights for this one. I am like done with those. I like those. So we're going to keep those taillights. The body's going to be slightly different. This is going to be our Florida car. So let's grab that. low profile type spoiler. That's kind of cool. We're cruising in Florida, man. All right. Get that. Get that. Okay. So far, looking pretty good. Missing a headlight. All right. So you, as far as the body's 96%. What am I missing in you? Let's take a look here. Front license plate. Front license plate. That's it. So I don't like having the front license plates on these because seriously, these cars are just nice looking the way they are. They don't need the front license plates. Okay. No parts in storage now. I did swap that out a little bit for the hoods. Tail lights. So not a whole lot of difference between the two. Outside of maybe a low. This one's lowered, got a little bit of a body kit. This one's kind of stockish with a little bit of flair so far. Okay, so I'm going to have to build engines. Right now, what we are looking at is what I want to build is going to be the BU2 turbo. Make sure this one can fit it. BU2 turbo. Yep. So that's going to be our engine. So let's go ahead and pull these out. Don't need them. Let's move you to 2. Let's pull you out. Yeah. All right. Now we've got pretty much clean cars. Nothing in the engine bays. Everything's cleaned out. And it's time to build the engine. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. BU2 turbo. Let's make sure I can build one. So BU2 turbo. You know, I kind of have issues trying to figure these out. BU2 turbo. i6. There we go. So that is the engine we're going to create. So we're going to create the i6 BU2 turbo. And then it's going to be the beauty right here. Okay. With this, let's see here. So you're going to see how I build engines mainly off camera. Right? For this, you know what? It's going to be white. I have this thing. It should be a white engine. How crazy is that? I think the engines are going to end up being white. Now my fuel filters, oh, I don't want that fuel filter at all. That goes away. Let's go ahead and dump those out. Don't need them. We need... come on. There we go. That needs, oh, not that one, that one. Hit the wrong button. So that needs to be clear. Glass. I love the look of the glass fuel filters. I just do. You get sold because I got you by mistake. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Crankshaft needs to be installed. It's a little harder to see this as a white vehicle, as a white engine. So this is going to be kind of crazy. Alternator is going to be a performance one. However, if you look at the power steering pump, if I did a performance one, oh, okay, it's fine. Thought I had some red in it, and I was not looking to have the red. Water pump. So mainly, the main part of the engine is going to be white. What else is down here? Anything else? Oil filter. That's going to be... That's blue? Hmm. You know what? That's going to be... I'm going to chrome that. I'm just going to chrome that on the side. Okay, we've got that, that, and that. Okay. Flywheel. Clutch plate. Pressure plate. Draw bearing. Okay. Now for the pistons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Head. I'm going to have to paint that white. So we're going to go with this. Normal. Everything. Mount that on there. Alright. Exhaust system. Chrome. Whoa, turbocharger. That's a big chrome beast. I don't want the red on it, so let's see what we can do with this. Okay, so the red turbocharger. What can I do with this? I can... Let's see, the suspension on the stock one is blue. So let's see if I can... Yeah. So the suspension on the other one is orange, so I'm going to have to do the orange setup on that one. So it's going to be the same, yet a little bit different. Makes sense? People at home are going, what the hell is he doing? Turbo. How are you? Oh, that's going to have to be done up a little bit different. So we're going to do this. We're going to do that. See if we can do the same thing. Yes. Gotta give it a little bit of color underneath here. Okay. 2 camshafts. 6 spark plugs. Yeah, this is very hard. It's very hard to see this as a white engine. I never thought it was going to be this difficult. Okay, that's going to be a cover. It's going to end up being white. Yeah. Now I realize the blue isn't quite the blue that we had underneath, but that'll be fine. That's all I have for that right now. Okay, these little things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think it's 7, so 14 of these bastards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think maybe that's about right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, we're good. Could have painted the oil filter yellow too, but I think the chrome's going to be fine. Not in real life, of course, but... Okay, so we need that one, and we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the coils. Okay, so those I'm gonna go chrome with. Be very shiny underneath there. And for these, I'm gonna paint them yellow. Whole things, you're not gonna see it, so that's fine. These are probably the most tedious things to paint because there's so many of them. And you have to do this sequence to get them all right, the same color, and it's just... You get 8 of them, and it's like, oh my god, is it ever going to end? Tell you, I don't like the red underneath there unless it's going to be a car color that's going to complement the red. That's why I didn't want to put the red stitching in the seats. If I decide to paint the car a different color other than what's not good for red, then... I mean, I wouldn't paint a car green with red stitching on the leather stitching. You know what I mean? I just wouldn't do it. Now, if I have a fuel rail or something in here, that might be worthwhile putting different color. Yep, we got a fuel rail. Okay, so fuel rail. Oh, and you got a cover here. You know what? That's going to be chrome too, right? Let's see here. Told you, I'm kind of picky about this stuff, so let me take a look at something real quick. I want to take that off. I want to paint it a different blue. It's going to be that blue. Metallic. I wonder if the metallic works. I don't think it really does. Yeah, I don't think it's going to really matter. So let's just stick it in there. I thought maybe I should have painted that blue. That's all right. Oh. How red is that? It's got some red to it. So let's go ahead and grab this. We will paint it blue, but we're going to do this with it. Just the tips are going to be blue. Let's see, where is it sitting? That's sitting in a lot of chrome, isn't it? We'll do that. And then this cover here, we're going to, let's see if we chrome it first, see what it looks like. Could carbon fiber it. Carbon fiber 2. Let's do that. Let's see what that looks like. There's a totally different piece on there. The carbon fiber actually looks pretty good on there. Okay, and this down here is going to end up being blue with a little bit of chrome on it. Okay. Nice. All right. Roller. I think this is going to get covered. Yes, it will. So we're going to... Didn't really care. And keep that white. There we go. Yeah, we're going to keep that white. Okay. You're there. This roller, though, we're going to go here. We're going to go with, a couple of those just in case I need them, and a couple of those in case I need them. Going with the darker ones. Instead of the chrome, we're going to go with the darker ones on the front. Okay. Tensioner. And the fan. Oh, the fan's white, so that kind of works out. Kind of forgot about that. All right. Done. Okay. Let's turn you to the side. And let's get this done. Five of those in here. Man, that is one sturdy 6-cylinder. That's all I have to say. Just read an article how GM is looking at expanding their recall from their engines, their 6.2 engines. And from the 21 to 24s, I think, is the original recall. They're probably going to expand them some more. Unfortunately, even if I'd kept my truck, it still wouldn't have been one of those things that I could have gotten fixed. I just know it wouldn't have. It would have been... They wouldn't have fixed it. It was a rocker, lifter. It wasn't going to be anything they were going to fix. Okay, one engine down. So let's re-rotate you around. Take a nice good look at it. We did kind of the blue accents, and this is going to go in the stock car. So this is the turbo version. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this off. I'm going to build a second one, and then I'll be right back. Okay? All right, stand by. All right, engine 2 is complete. Let's go ahead and take this bad boy off of the stand. All right. I'm not sure which one is which when these go in, so let's go. This one maybe? What's that one? That's the orange one. That's the orange. Yeah. Okay, so that's in there. That's cool. Let's go ahead and move you over to number 1. Go ahead and add you in number 2 engine with the blue. That's cool. Okay, there we have it. Blue on blue, orange on orange. Looking sweet. All right, both these guys need to go up in the air. We need to do a few things underneath. Need to get a couple transmissions. I need to purchase drive shafts. Drive shafts, I need 2 of you. I'm going to need 2 starters. I think 2 of those. Okay. And what transmission is this here? It's 2 of them, so I need 2 of those. So let me go paint those things up. I'm going to paint these things up white as well. So, and then give it a little bit of chrome. See the mix. Yeah, see, that's pretty nice. I like that. Mix 1. All right. Transmission number 2. Yep. Done. All this painting. I've spent thousands of dollars in just the painting aspect of these cars. It's just unbelievable. It really is. Okay, so there. Starter. Okay. Exhaust section. Go ahead and install that. That's installed. Looks good. That's it. Okay, now the drive shaft. All right. You know, I had the pumpkins. I'd gotten rid of the pumpkins. They came back. They're haunting. They're haunting me, I tell you. Okay. Oh man, you know, and I don't have the power steering reservoir up there on that one too. I missed it. I missed it on the build up there. That's going to have to get fixed here in a few minutes. That's done, that's done, that's done. Get the starter in. Okay. Let me get this power steering reservoir. I missed it altogether. Right there. Okay, did I miss it on this one too, maybe? Maybe that's why I'm like... Nope, we got it on that one. Alright. You know what time it is, right? It's wheel and tire time. So I kind of have an idea what I want. And I believe what I want to do is I want to go with... I'm always drawn to the 5 spokes. And I was looking through like the ones that we've actually had in the game for a while. Like these are the ones that came off the classic R33. But I was looking for something just a little bit better. You know what I mean? The GTR ones would be cool. The Jaguar ones would look cool. But I know the black is going to clash with whatever I put on there just because of what the color schemes I've got going on. So this is what I'm going to end up doing. I've looked through here a few times. I kind of like the way the Zondas look. So you've got Zonda rear and Zonda front. So I'm going to get the Zondas. I'm going to have 4 for the rear for 18s. And then for the front, 4 18s. All right. Now, with those, I need to paint them. They need to be chrome, and they need to have an aspect of chrome that I like. So this is what I'm going to have to end up doing. This is going to go chrome, normal, fully paintable, right? Now I'm going to darken it. I'm darkening it to about 85%, maybe 85. Do I like those on the cars, or do I want to go with something else? You know, I do like the others. These, let's see. Yep. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay. Let me get rid of 1818. They almost look the same. Well, they do look the same, don't they? Just one's chrome and one's gold. Okay, strike that plan. Okay. And you want to know why I'm going crazy. What you don't, this is what you're not seeing on regular videos, is the effort I put into trying to figure out the wheels. Sometimes it's a hit, sometimes it's not. I think I did see an original set. I think I'm going to go with these. I think these are cool. We're going to go 8 of these. We're going to keep them all 18. And we are going to go with a chrome, but it is going to be a darkened chrome. And I want to go... I go with the 90%. It's not as shiny, but I think at 90%, if I go down into 85%, it's I think that's a little too dark. So I'm going to stick with 90%. That's the ones we are going to go with. So let's just paint all of these. And then you can just go through and select that. Select everything. Select fully paintable. Select paint. Paints it all the same color. Rims take a little bit longer to render. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me. Probably just my machine, because we've already screwed up earlier today, so I don't have no idea. Guess I didn't, didn't load right or something. I don't know. Okay, down to the last 2. 8 of these bad boys. All of it being the same, so yeah, you know. Alright, now, what was the rear tires? The rear tires... 245, 245, a 285. Okay, so we're going to do the rears first, 285. So this is what we're going to predict. I'm going to go with these. I'm going to go with 4 of them. 18. It'll be a 2. I'm going to go try to go with a 295. And I think a 30. I think I want to go with 30. I'm going to go that wide. I may want to go with a lower profile. 285 30. Yep. So I want to go with a 295 30 on the back. So we need 4 view, 295 30s. And then on the front, I'm going to go 4. We're going to go with a slightly, with a 275 on the front. 30 as well. Alright. Let's mount them up. Now, I'm totally suspecting these are going to fit. I don't know. I'm suspecting that if a 285 fit well, a 295 will fit just as well. So, we'll see. Now, it should definitely fit on the stock version because it's not lowered. So I figure it should still work, but got a full production going on here. Beauty thing of it is that because I've got both of them the same, it's not going to matter. Size is going to matter more than anything else. All right, here we go. Okay, we are going to put on 295 30s on the back. Let's see how she looks. Not too bad. Sticking out a little bit. Sticking out a little bit farther than I think I'd want. But okay, so these are going to be 275 30s on the front. Because the car's up a little bit, it may look a little funky. Uh, 275 up front. Uh, 295 on the back. Maybe I should have stuck with the 285, but stick out like a little bit of an old school, hot rod. Now on the lowered version, it sticks right in there because it's narrowed in. So yeah, this is 275 up front. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We've got both the cars done. All right, so the stock version kind of sticks out a little bit, but be tracking it, that's for sure. Okay, so I think we've got it pretty well set up. We're going to put you on the ground. There we have it. All right, this is what I'm going to do. I need to put fluid in these things, and I need to get the wheels and headlights aligned, and then I'll meet you guys in the paint shop with one of these things. All right, let's be back in a few. All right, here we go. I've been thinking of this long and hard. White and gray, or white and silver, are the two colors I can't paint either one of these cars, because one of them was white, one of them was gray, so, or silver. So what my main thought was orange for the blue. We're going to go with a metallic with the blue. She looks really sharp. It will look good with the blue and everything. So we're going to go metallic with you. Now, I'm going to send you to the dyno. And then let's walk over. Let's get back to the paint shop here. Let's grab this bad boy. Send you to the paint shop. And because that one was orange, we want to do this one in blue. This was going to be metallic, darker metallic. Let's see if we get the 55. There we go. Then we have that. So orange and blue. Like I was talking about earlier. I mean, I could have probably painted them just about any other color. I mean, black probably would have worked for both the vehicles. I wanted some variety here. So, there we got it. Okay, so now, let's run some dyno numbers. I got caught up in there. Let's run some dyno numbers. First of all, we need to go over here and tune this pain in the butt. Okay. Oh, there we go. That works. All right. Get your pen and paper out. Let's see what the dyno numbers say. All right, 507 at 490. 507 at 490s. Wow. Phew. Okay. Let's send you outside the front garage door there. There we go. And we're going to run back here to the paint booth. Put you on the dyno. Again, I've got to tune you up a little bit. Oh, this might prove interesting. Wow. How cool can I get that? 2 shots in a row. Wow. All right, let's see what this one pulls down. Man, look at the numbers on that. 754 horsepower, 675 foot-pounds of torque. Holy crap. It really blows the stock one away, doesn't it? Wow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's what we have for today. So we've got Ohio, but we've got Florida. Well, let me know down in the comments section, this or that, right? So vote on which one you should think should stay. The other one will go. So Ohio, best way, Ohio blue, Florida orange. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with me for the past couple of weeks and entertaining myself with these cars. I really appreciate it, and I will talk with you all very, very soon. Guys, take care. This is Hurst Quayzar saying goodnight, and I'm out.